Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Nama. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are. We extend you a very hearty welcome, very warm welcome. That's 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. It may be a green morning, green afternoon, and green evening, depending on which part of the world you are in. And we are moving ahead with rethinking tourism, repackaging tourism, regenerating tourism, and different segments of tourism, what we are taking into consideration. Yesterday, we have done the first curtain raiser onto medical tourism, onto wellness tourism, onto spiritual tourism, onto health tourism, and India becoming a destination for wellness and medical tourism. Already we were on the 10th position, how we are proceeding, what strategies are being done, and what exactly is being done by different organizations. We will be talking about that. More than health sector, people are interested about their wellness as a value addition which they want to take. I was talking to Sector Skill Council CEO, Madam Monica Bahel in our India, under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India. What exactly is happening in the wellness? Because people world over, with their medical treatment, with their medical journey to India, are looking forward to wellness as well. Where there's a yoga, there's a meditation, there's naturopathy, there is Ayurveda, there's spirituality, there is a positivity, there are spas, and whatsoever we can talk about. So Monica Bahel ma'am gave me a wonderful information. That was something fantastic. She told one of the semester that is on the wellness tourism and wellness area, wellness segments is coming soon in universities and colleges. And there's already a complete curriculum and a framework and the area which has been designed, developed by the Sector Skill Council for Wellness. We wish them all the best and we look forward to that because that would give value addition to every person, whosoever is coming for treatment. And when patient undergoes a treatment, that time the accompanied people, the accompanied person, accompanied traveler, those bring that patient. Patient is in the hospital, patient is in the treatment, patient is in the post-care surgery or whatever is applicable. But those people got to be kept engaged. They would also be the target market as far as our wellness tourism is concerned. So great inputs from Madam Monica Bahel ma'am. I was really delighted and I was very happy when I learned from her that the Sector Skill Council for Wellness, they're doing extremely well. Our best wishes to them. We look forward to have that particular curriculum in the education ecosystem soon because education and skills are the pillars which give the foundation. And if the foundation is strong, you can build up anything on the top of that. That's the way, ladies and gentlemen, we move on. Now, today, we take on the second part of the hybrid technology-based wellness and medical tourism segment together. Welcome each one of you. It's a green morning, it's a green afternoon, it's a green evening, depending on which time zone you are in, which country you are joining from. We extend a very warm and a very hearty welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much for being a part of our journey and our support and our vision. Can you see in this opening slide the hybrid future of health, wellness, and medical tourism, part 2? That's on 4th of April, 2023 at 8 p.m. India's time. Let's move on together in this journey, and we wish to share a lot with each one of you what all is coming in this particular segment of tourism. Yesterday, if you recall, we had the first part where we just gave you the brief teaser, what exactly is the wellness and medical tourism. And today we will be getting into the details of the entire thing. Hearty welcome by ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry, because 32 million are diaspora brothers and sisters are across the globe doing wonderful. We are proud of them. They bring so much of laurel and so much of happiness to all of you. Now, this one gentleman, Irving Stackpole, Irving Stackpole. I did watch his videos on the YouTube, and I was so impressed what all valuable inputs he has given. And one of the interview where he's interacting with the anchor, and he's giving all the latest inputs, what exactly is happening in the wellness tourism, health tourism, medical tourism, value addition in tourism, and what all can be done. That was something. And there, services exports we were talking about, and services exports, I know all my travel trade people, my brothers and sisters, those are into travel trade, whether they are travel agents or tour operator, tourist transporter, tourist excursionist, inbound tourism, medical tourism, wellness tourism, health tourism, spiritual tourism, and those are in the hospitality establishments, providing the accommodation, those are giving the necessary transportation. The SME sector, when we talk about particularly the small and medium enterprise, I know you all have suffered a lot during the pandemic when there was a complete lockdown on 25th of March 2020. I know what you all have gone through. The incentive which was coming a little bit, that was also stopped. The agencies and the organizations which were to take up your matter and at the right time, in the right packaging, at the right forum, could not get you delivered what exactly is needed. So we got to move on. So Mr. or rather Dr. Irving Stackpole, when I was talking about RRT from the USA, he gave a wonderful term, and I understood over there, and where he was giving the details of the services exports, and he was talking about all the 4 segments or 5 segments we can talk about. WTO, that is the World Trade Organization, but we are talking about tourism, so it's a World Tourism Organization also. Then he was talking about GATS, that is your agreement on trade as well as in services, which is being done at the international level. Then the market development, how the innovative packaging is being done for the marketing, basically to take care of this particular segment. I did mention yesterday, I wish to repeat it today, Mr. Sudhanshu Pandey as a joint secretary, as additional secretary in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, along with him, Dr. Sangeeta Saxena, their entire team, they were doing such a wonderful, when the 12 champion sectors, and I did attend the mega event in Bangalore under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, that was basically on wellness and medical tourism, which was done remarkable. There was so much to learn, so much to pick up, so much of networking, and you understand who are the people those are coming for medical tourism to India. Where does India stand? What kind of infrastructure we need? What kind of a marketing campaign and packaging has to be done internationally in the different countries, potential markets, and at the same time, what kind of a training, what kind of a skills, what kind of a professionalism, what kind of inputs are needed as far as the medical and wellness tourism is concerned. There's a lot to share. And again and again, why wellness comes to my mind is there's a reason. Nobody wants to undergo knife on the table if they can avoid. They would say non-invasive treatment, no surgery to be carried out. Can you stop fiddling with my body? Can I recover and regenerate myself? And can I get all right in a natural way? Wellness Sector Skill Council can do wonders. I personally feel lots of research and other kind of support should be given to Wellness Sector Skill Council as far as research, innovation, and tinkering whatsoever is required to be done, because yoga and Ayurveda, fine. But along with that, there's a lot of packaging which has to be done. And even the caregivers, when I talk about, I do not know which particular segment is taking care of that. World over, we have just done the webinar, 133 million caregivers are required world over. And at the same time, 82 million caregivers are required by 2030. We are already sitting in 2023. 7 साल के अंदर अगर आपको 82 million log bahar chahiye, you can well imagine how the Europe is the aging. At the same time, countries like Japan, South Korea, Singapore, and a couple of other countries in Asia also we take into consideration. Look towards Canada, United States, and all the places they need caregivers. Now, caregivers, different categories are there. One part we have already done with you. Two more parts we'll be giving you some more valuable inputs. Now, Dr. Irving Stackpole, he says that the mode 2, because there are 4 modes, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, mode 4. He has given mode 1 is the cross-border supply of services, mode 2 that is consumption abroad, mode 3 that is commercial operational presence, mode 4 presence of the natural persons. Now, he says mode 2 is the most popular because the reason being consumption abroad. That means patient traveling abroad for the treatment wherever they are, traveling. So trade in the healthcare, when you talk about our services in healthcare, care for the foreign patients in a destination across the border. So a lot of people, those are giving treatment and those are in this ecosystem that has to be taken into. So he has given the example also that consumer traveling across the border, patient traveling across the border for the express purpose of receiving treatment. So that is something very interesting. It was a great learning. Now, when you look at the global medical tourism market, so ladies and gentlemen, of course, in Asia, Malaysia is taking care of, Singapore is taking care of, Korea is taking, South Korea I'm talking about are taking care of, India we are taking care of, and at the same time, Dr. Palin, who is in Manipur, my deep gratitudes to you and thanks to you. Whenever I talk to you, you always gave me a valuable input. When we traveled to India's Manipur border towards Myanmar, More, when you go to that particular place, he told me lots of people, because there is an international agreement that Indians can travel a couple of kilometers inside Myanmar and vice versa. Myanmaris, they can come this side to Manipur. So for medical part, Dr. Palin from Manipur, he gave me such a valuable input that what kind of a treatment potential is existing. At the same time, he also gave me the scenario. Then our past president, Professor Narula, who has got a 5-star hotel just next to the Bumrungrad, the international hospital, which is existing in Bangkok. So he gave the complete inputs and he told me that some of the accompanied persons are taking the accommodation for 1.5 months till the patient recovers and is allowed to go back home. You can well look into how big is the potential, what exactly is the growth rate, and how the global medical tourism is increasing. Now, pre-pandemic, if we just take into consideration, they were overall ranking, which was given Canada, UK, Israel, Singapore, India. When you talk about destination environment, Canada, UK, Singapore, Israel, Germany. When you talk about medical tourism industry, India, Colombia, Mexico, Canada, and Dominion, the Republic. And then quality, when you talk about, again, they told India, Israel, Germany, Canada, UK, all that being taken into consideration, you got to work on to. My deep gratitude and thanks to Chitra Kapoor ma'am and her team. They've done a wonderful, the entire compilation and compendium, what they have done for this particular research on medical tourism. And we would be discussing a lots of things with you today. Now, most traveled destinations for medical tourism, India, Malaysia, Thailand, Turkey, Mexico, Costa Rica, Taiwan, then South Korea, Singapore, Brazil, and of course, a couple of other countries are there which you have to take into consideration. Now, somebody from America would like to go to Mexico, or they would like to go to Costa Rica in the Latin America, because distance-wise, travel time, how soon can you reach for the treatment wherever you have to be? So a lot has to be done on that. Now, when we look at the global medical tourism market size, it was estimated almost, you can think of 115 billion US dollars somewhere in 2022. And it is expected to reach 346 billion by 2032. And it is poised to grow, it is growing, and there's going to be a compound annual growth rate almost about 12% during the forecast period of 2023 to 2032. All that we take into consideration, that is something which we have to consider. All the people, those who have joined us on the YouTube, I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you very much. Keep posting your views and keep sharing your views. Might be there is some information which you would like to share with the entire world, and we can just tell the public what all is existing. So, ladies and gentlemen, right from 2022, you can see the graph moving up to 2032, how it's going to be 346 billion. Okay. Now, region-wise, when we look at the whole medical tourism market share, Asia Pacific is taking a lead into that. Then you've got the Europe, then you've got North America, then you've got Latin America, Middle East. Now, the Asia Pacific region is growing at the rapid growth because the rate of the global medical tourism market in this region is growing exponentially. The Asian countries are considered as the topmost nations for medical tourism and travel because it is most economical to travel over there for treatment. India is the world's 10th most popular medical tourism place for medical and wellness tourism services, according to the Medical Tourism Index. Furthermore, if you take into comparison the cost of if you undergo a bypass surgery in US vis-a-vis in India, how much it costs, and that we will take into consideration and we'll talk a little later. Now, lots of comments are coming. Let me just see. The people are posting over here what kind of a comments they have given. And let me just reach out the United States. Let me see what all is happening, what all they are conveying to me, what all they are sharing with me. Let me just share with all of you. Okay, here I am on the YouTube channel, and all the dignitaries, those are joining over here. I'm grateful to you. I'm thankful to you. And Sakshi is there, Julie ma'am is there, Deepa Hazarika is there, Prachi Kalita is there, Anjan Kumar Bora is there, Rishi Mohan is there, Kim Kipkan is there, Nancy is there, Rosie is there, Gohin is there, Claudia is there, excuse me, Anand Mukherjee is there, Laishram Damini is there. Okay, Habung is there, and a couple of other dignitaries, those are joining. Julie ma'am is writing, the government has linked health with the development as only a healthy citizen and healthy country can contribute towards nation development. So true, so true. Thank you. Now, let me just come on to how big was the medical tourism market pre-pandemic, and then how are we looking at it post-pandemic. Now, when you take this entire thing into consideration, we have already told you, because India has got a well-trained, staff, it's most economical. We have got a very professional approach towards medical tourism. Now, what all is additional needed, we will talk in a little while that as well. Now, India is a key medical tourist destination in Asia with over approximately 5 lakh foreign patients arriving annually. That I'm just talking about just before pandemic, that's a pre-pandemic time. Now, despite nearly a complete ban on international travel during the COVID-19 pandemic, India issued more than 10 lakh medical visas to foreigners between 2020 and 2022, proving that it is the fast emerging medical and wellness tourism hub of the world. That is something very important which we have to realize. Now, Vemuzo Vero, hearty welcome to you. Thank you very much. Your comments. Sakshi ma'am, thanks for your comments. Now, tourists from Turkey, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Oman, Iraq, Maldives, Nigeria, Kenya are among some of the nations whose citizens are coming to India for medical and wellness tourism. अगर आप 2014 से 2018 तक का 19 तक का ग्राफ देखें, so every year there is an increase. At the same time, the pandemic had come, everything came to standstill. We had to repack now, and we have to re-emerge, and we have to rejuvenate, and we have to give value addition where the Wellness Sector Skill Council has to play a very important role for all of us. Now, the fast fact of medical industry and the tourism in India and concept of, when you talk about the medical value travel. Now, over here, why people travel to India? First is the affordability, and then there's availability. No wait list is there. It's quite economical. The quality of the healthcare people, particularly our doctors, nurses, paramedical people, they take care of the people very warmly. The patient doesn't require sympathy, they require empathy. And world over, if you see, there's a long wait. Another thing, there's a complete privacy. If you can afford, you can have a separate room and other things which you can take into consideration. And India at present is ranking number 10, but I'm pretty sure soon we would be jumping the queues and moving up like we are doing in the economic condition. Now, when you look at the IBEF, the report, the latest which comes, Advantage India, strong demand, attractive opportunities, rising manpower, policy and government support. People, those are interested to serve the humanity and serve the community world over. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Think about a segment where you can fit into wellness and health sector as far as medical and wellness tourism is concerned. That is something which we have to. So we have already discussed with you what could be the value to the patient and what could be the value to the host nation. Because the people, those are receiving those medical patients, when you look after them, because ethics are very important in this profession, as long as any hospital, any doctor, any person who maintains the ethics and you have the empathy, I'm pretty sure God is looking at, and you will have a valuable growth and economic multiplier of your business, whatever you're doing. Now, medical tourism, when we say broadly, you can classify medical and wellness tourism into 3 categories. Now, there's a medical treatment, there's the conventional therapies, the surgeries and other things, whatsoever is to be done, that part has to be taken care of, where there are cardiac surgery, knee surgery, dental tourism, cosmetic surgery, and organ transplant, and hip and knee replacements, couple of other things which you take into. When you look at the wellness and rejuvenation, that means you are offering additional value addition focused on rejuvenation or for the aesthetic reason, such as cosmetic surgery, stress relief, spas, Ayush, that means Ayurveda, yoga, naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy. They are also coming up in a very big way. And ladies and gentlemen, I, in personal capacity and in chamber capacity, we very strongly believe into music therapy. We believe in music therapy. We always say music plays very important role for all of us. And that's why I recall in hospitals, you will see where some of the people playing soothing music, you get sleep, you get deep sleep, you feel relaxed, relaxing music. And that's what happens in the spa also. Let's see some more areas. We have divided the total health tourism into 2 parts, wellness tourism and medical tourism. When we are talking about wellness, there's another area. It's a complete holistic approach. आपको पता है बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं मेरे को ना डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन के लिए जाना है, मुझे ना 1 हफ्ते के लिए अपने आप को डिटॉक्सिफाई करवाना है. वो एग्जैक्टली क्या होता है? जो कुछ हम खाते हैं सारा तो बाहर आता नहीं है, कुछ अंदर रह जाता है, इंटेस्टाइन्स में इधर उधर छुपा रहता है, वो दबा रहता है, सब कुछ है, वो सड़ता है. जब वो सड़ता है तो वो कैसे रूप में आता है, क्या करता है? सो डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन, एक बार क्लींजिंग, पूरी बॉडी को क्लीन करना, and then thinking positive, talking positive, living positive, eating positive. Yoga भी है, meditation भी है, and leisure भी है, recreation भी है, music therapy भी है, and you've got a fitness also, little pampering also. All that part is to be done. And given a choice, people would like to devote more time for wellness, and they would like to avoid, if possible, to undergo a surgery. Now, top specialities for the medical traveler. लोग क्यों travel करते हैं? किस चीज के लिए travel करते हैं? We have listed out over here what are the different surgeries and what are the different areas and what exactly happens in this entire industry. Now, dental tourism is the another area. I would bring Dr. Sandhu one of these days from United States, who specializes in dental tourism, and we will take on the journey on that as well. Now, based on the treatment type in 2022, it's very alarming, ladies and gentlemen. आप अपनी बॉडी के अंदर क्या डालते हैं, कैसा सोचते हैं, कैसे रहते हैं, क्या खाते हैं, कौन सा जंक फूड लेते हैं, आपको आज नहीं पता लगेगा. But as the age would be advancing, you would come to know how your body is responding, what kind of a music is coming from the body, then you will come to know. Because unfortunate part is cancer patients are increasing world over. And with a very heavy heart, I have to say that the cancer treatment segment accounted largest expenditure in the health sector in the entire world in 2022. That is something very alarming, very, very alarming. If you get recharged, repacked, and you are rethinking and you are regenerating, go for the wellness immediately. Start from tomorrow morning only. Don't take junk food tonight also. Please look after yourself. Please look after your wellness, all kind of wellness, mental wellness, physical wellness, spiritual wellness, environmental wellness, global wellness, and then of course, acha job, economic wellness. All that is needed as a value addition coming from India. Now, what treatments do international patients prefer for medical tourism in India? What all areas we have listed out over here, all the technical terms and the medical term we have used for you, and you can go through, you can see it is here now. What are the notable trends? How people are shifting towards wellness, towards Ayush, towards Ayurveda, and towards, come on, I don't want to undergo any surgery. That thought chilling your body and passing through all your nerves, and you say, oh my God, from tomorrow morning, I'm going to go for a walk, I'm going to go for a cycling, I'm going to go for a jog, I'm going to listen to music, and I'm going to be positive, no negativity, no negative people to come near me. If you want to avoid any kind of a ailment, and if you want to really live happily, ladies and gentlemen, there is no price tag to the peace of mind. And for that matter, what exactly is important? What exactly is important? The most important thing you have to take into consideration is you got to look after your body, because till end this will go with you. You got to take care of your health. And as far as the healthcare market functions is concerned, it passes through various kind of channels. You've got hospitals, you've got pharmaceuticals, you've got diagnostics, you've got medical equipment and supplies, you've got a medical insurance, you've got a telemedicines. Now, technology is coming in a very big way. We all got to understand. Now, India Healthcare 2030 and beyond, what exactly is going on? What kind of a research and development, rehabilitation, what are the advanced medical devices which are coming? Those are getting manufactured in India, and how pharmaceutical and diagnostic is coming up in a very big way. And at the same time, how the wellness industry is repackaging itself, because wellness should come before you undergo any kind of invasive surgery. Now, medical tourism index, when you talk about, it will depend on many factors like a country's environment, how the country is as a tourist destination, medical tourist destination, and then how much it is costing, and then what kind of a facilities and professionalism and all that you have got. So over there, when you take into consideration, all my brothers and sisters, those are in travel trade, let's move for this particular direction. I was talking the other day to Dr. Shilpi Mohan ma'am. She's a cardiologist based out of Central Asia. And she was telling me, Dr. Sharma, you'll be surprised to know that South Korea and some other countries, when they come over here, the different hospitals, private hospitals, those are specializing in different areas, when they all come over here, and they put up the complimentary camp over here, and they give the kind of a treatment over here, and they do the diagnosis part over here. जैसे भारत में भी कई जगह आपको देखा होगा, संडे को आई कैंप लगा है, डेंटल कैंप है, कोई फ्री आपका मेडिकल टेस्ट वगैरह के लिए लगा है. All those things when you take into consideration, she was telling me that जब वो लोग आते हैं और एक हफ्ता 10 दिन जब कैंप लगाते हैं, so they give these services in such a way you don't come to know they are from the private sector. They represent their country so well. So should be from India. All my travel trade people, medical people, other people, why not you should pack together yourself and somebody should take an initiative. I do not know what exactly is going on, but people like Subhash Goyal ji, who is the veteran and who is who's the legend into this industry, and Captain Sudesh Kumar ji and others, let's think about medical and wellness tourism in a very big way. That part is something very interesting. At the same time, Tourism and Hospitality Sector Skill Council, you can work very closely with the Wellness Sector Skill Council, where we can repack and we can do lots of things together. Now, Health and Wellness Tourism Destination Cluster Model. This is the entire flow chart. We are just giving you medical tourism. Who are the stakeholders? What exactly is there? When you talk about medical travel, so there are web portals, there are different areas. So first is you go through that, you try and find out where they say contact us in case if you want to come for any medical treatment. And thereafter, there is a complete analysis of the medical needs. Then there's a consultation with the medical specialist, and medical specialists, they give their opinion. And thereafter, there's a scheduling of the travel, which is being done of the patient. और फिर उस पेशेंट को उस जगह, depending on how much is the urgency, what kind of a treatment, which hospital to be chosen, where they are to be taken, and then there is a confirmation, then there is a booking, and then there is a medical tourism and complete, and then you travel to that particular country, your admission is done in the particular hospital, your basic tests are being done, and thereafter your treatment is being done, and whatever is to be done, then you have got a recovery path, rehabilitation path, and then thereafter discharge and your leisure activities, and then you return home and there's a follow-up, and it depends on whether you have to come for follow-up or you can have telemedicine, because technology is moving very well. Now over here, the wellness component can come at many stages. We got to see where we all can give, This is a little old table, but still relevant. The treatment cost comparison, which we have to take into consideration. How much does it cost in US, Costa Rica, India, Korea, Mexico, Thailand, Malaysia? We are giving the different countries and different destinations. And thereafter, I can also show you, this is the latest what we have got, the medical value travel when we take into consideration. How much does it cost for various treatments? Now there's around 39 JCI. When you talk about JCI, that's your Joint Commission International, when you take into consideration accreditation, and over 657 NABH accredited hospitals. When you talk about NABH, that is your National Accreditation Board, for the hospitals and the healthcare, which we take into consideration as far as India is concerned. Now, doctors in India, when you talk about, we all know what exactly is the ratio available. Then we have got approximately 6 lakh qualified that is Ayush, that means Ayurveda doctors also. We have got nurses, those are very caring and they carry a lot of empathy, and new colleges are coming up. And at the same time, a lot is being done in India as far as infrastructure development. Pharmaceutical industry is also doing extremely well, and it's coming up in a very big way. During the Corona, you have seen, and post-Corona also you have seen, and during the Corona, how India helped. And here is the Union State Health Minister. She's making the statement, and there was a G20 summit on the health, because we all know that G20 is going on. So 18 to 20th January in Thiruvananthapuram, that is in Kerala. And that's after becoming the pharmacy of the world, India has emerged as now the medical tourism hub for the global healthcare. So in a very humble way, we are proud what all is being done. Now, the growth of medical tourism in India, when you talk about, the Honorable Prime Minister just a couple of months back gave wonderful, valuable inputs to all of us. And he gave that how medical tourism can play such an important role for all of us. At the same time, how the medical tourism in India is increasing and how it is increasing, what proactive steps are being taken, like e-visas are being given, for the tourist for medical purposes. Ayushman Bharat digital mission is there, and there's a momentum which has got in the pharmaceuticals also, and there's a preferred treatment in India by international medical tourists. And we have already told you it's more cost effective. It's a preferred destination, and loans to hospital and hospitality sector, because both play very important role. Alternative therapies are also, we have already discussed with Ayush, Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathic, and all that is taken. And champion services sector scheme. Now, if you recall, February 2018, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India has done the remarkable work at that point of time. And Honorable Prime Minister gave 5,000 crores for the 12 champion sectors. That was being done. So Ministry of Ayush developed the central sector scheme for medical value travel, and that is to incentivize the private investors for the establishment of the super specialty hospitals and other areas. So, ladies and gentlemen, lots of measures being taken by different ministries as far as, and Ministry of Tourism is also doing a lot. National Medical and Wellness Tourism Board, that also was constituted in 2015. That's basically to provide a dedicated institutional framework to take forward the cause of the promotion of wellness and medical tourism. Now, at the same time, if we take into consideration the special visas, which I was talking about for medical purposes, that is available e-visa to almost 166 countries. Can you imagine how much it is being done? And at the same time, there's a concept of Heal in India. This initiative aims to position the country as a global hub for the medical and wellness tourism and medical treatment through a one-step online portal. When I was talking about spirituality, when I was talking about healing, when I was talking about holistic healing, wellness tourism, and Monica Behal ma'am, under your dynamic leadership as a CEO for the Wellness Sector Skill Council, your team is so dedicated. We wish you all the best, and let's do whatever best we can do along with the Travel and Tourism and Hospitality Sector Skill Council and other stakeholders. Now, there's a portal that is indiahealthcare.org. indiahealthcare.org. I still recall when it was being made and when it was being developed, and how the various factors were being taken into consideration. It's a wonderful model, and those of us, those are dealing into medical tourism, you can look into. So Heal in India, that is a concept when you look at it. And Heal in India awaits the official launch date, and project focused on medical and wellness tourism. It's in the final shape, and approximately 2,000 hospitals and 21 medical value tourism companies, they have been chosen. The idea is to get the direct from hospital, which is also in the process of being compiled. Now, ladies and gentlemen, funding is required. PPP model is very important. Public-private partnership has to come together for infrastructure, for research, for wellness tourism studies, which has to be done. And Northeast, if you know, it has got lots of herbal plantation. I think for Ayurveda, there is no better place for jadi booties than the Northeast part of India. So latest medical devices which are coming up, technology is coming in a very big way, innovation, awareness, promotion, and innovative marketing, which has to be done. So you got to see two things. When you talk about products and when you talk about services, you have to take into consideration alternative medicines, which we have already discussed with you. Now, the cosmetic and the non-elective surgeries. When we talk about non-elective, you should know this term. People, those are innocent like me, not from the medical background. It is non-elective is the emergency services. If some emergency surgery has to be carried out and all that, that comes under the category of non-elective. And elective is which is planned well in time, in advance, everything. So use of artificial intelligence. Now the robotic is coming in a very big way. We all got to understand and how the future is That's what I was talking about, Dr. Irving Stackpole. And there was a wonderful video which I saw. And then, of course, Chat GPT also I saw, Google Bard also I saw, and a couple of other areas which are coming up. And telemedicines. Again, I go to Central Asia to Dr. Shilpi Mohan, ma'am, detailed discussions with her because she is giving a lot of teleconsultancy to a lot of people. During the coronavirus, she gave complimentary telemedicine, the advice to a lot of patients. We are grateful to her. Our chamber is grateful to her. She did wonderful. So how the patient can look into, and artificial intelligence, how it's going to play very important role. Now, telehealth, it is going to basically, revolutionize the entire medical and wellness tourism in India. We all got to see. India is a destination for medical tourism, which we all have to realize. All the states are having, some new states have been added up into this. And there is an untapped medical tourism potential in the Northeast. Because as we take into consideration, because Bangladesh is just bordering over there, when we look at Tripura and all that area, some portions coming towards Meghalaya side, also towards Cherrapunji when you go. At the same time, when you look at Bhutan from Assam, when you go that side, so lot is coming up. And the coming of the campus, near Guwahati, that is your AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, which is coming up there, which is scheduled to be inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister later this month. That will help, the entire Northeast region and Assam also to push to the medical and wellness tourism in the entire region and particularly in the state of Assam. I was telling you, look at the biodiversity, look at the plantation, look at the herbal, look at the herbs which are available over there. When you look at Northeast people, why they remain fit, they are good into sports, they're good into a lot of physical activities, moving around, talking, walking, and moving smart all the times because of the kind of a food. In North India, we take too many masalas and we become a little bit more leisure tourism than to be remaining active. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we would make a humble appeal that the entire plantation, Ministry of Ayush can do a lot. And why not the Wellness Sector Skill Council come forward and they take into consideration, and they should work into that how the herbal, particularly the herbs which are there for, the wellness part of it, how they can be tapped from Northeast region. Now, Ministry of Ayush, of course, they are doing commendable. They're already doing quite a bit of it. Some more can be done. And all of us, together, we have to work in the direction, Indian government, to promote Ayush treatment through wellness tourism. That is something very important. So medical versus wellness tourism, this we have already discussed with you. And if you look at, the market of the wellness, oh my God, it's skyrocketing. You would come to know and you would say, oh, that is something. What is happening in the medical tourism and what's happening in the wellness tourism, this slide will give you the complete input. Everybody wants to remain young, smart, and alternative therapies, पैरों के जो नीचे का portion है, उनका क्या नाम है? Madhu Chaudhary, like our Dr. Parmeshwar Arora ji and Dr. Madhu Chaudhary, उनका YouTube पर देखिए programs वगैरह, तो आपको पता लगेगा. वो कहती है कि जो पैरों के तलवों के नीचे की जगह है, अगर आप उसको अपने आप भी दबाते हैं सोने से पहले, और आप देखिए कि किस तरीके से आपको अच्छी नींद आती है, आपकी पॉजिटिविटी आती है, सुबह उठकर अपनी बॉडी को कैसे स्ट्रेच करना है, थोड़ी जॉगिंग करनी है, थोड़ी वॉकिंग करनी है, आयुर्वेदा, योगा, सिद्धा, होम्योपैथी, यूनानी, एंड ऑफ कोर्स everything has to move together. We were talking about the NABH. We have already discussed with you. Now, 3 ways the Ayurveda emerging as an alternative medicine, lifestyle disease, pre-medical and post-medical, all that. Ayush visa, like we have got the e-visa for medical. Now that is, now IRCTC is also doing wonderful. You remember the railways when you talk about now, a lot of Vande Bharats are coming up, and Honorable Prime Minister just 3-4 days back, he flagged off another IRCTC, that is Vande Bharat train, and that was fantastic. So there is a bouquet of travel and tourism offers which are given by IRCTC, and you should go through their web portal. You will get to know. Now, medical tourism services, how to avail? It is given over here, irctctourism.com/medical tourism. Now, that I would request you, why not? We should take up wellness tourism also similar way. Since August 2019, foreigners can receive any treatment except organ plantation without a medical visa. That is something. Now there's a big revolution which is coming up, as I told you, from the chat GPT, they're coming to 4G and then coming to 5G and the complete network, and Google is also competing, many other artificial intelligence. What are the opportunities and what are the challenges? What is the way ahead? All of us, we have to look into considerations. What kind of education, what kind of a skill, what kind of a competencies, what all has to be given? That is something very important, which we have to take into consideration. And ladies and gentlemen, if we all work in that direction, because a lot of startups can also come up for medical and wellness tourism. Now, the Guinness World Record in the healthcare from India, that has also gone into something you should go through, and you will get the idea what all is being done. Not only will India be the leader in saving millions of lives, but we will also simultaneously generate valuable job opportunities and over 13 billion US dollars equivalent in foreign exchange. So let's come together. Let's promote wellness tourism, medical value addition tourism, and give them more than the expectation. One is customer care, one is customer service, one is customer delight, and one is amaze the customer, which is not even expected. Let's move together and prepare the global, the caregivers in different areas, and whatsoever our mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. I'm pretty sure tomorrow we will be meeting. We complete 1,887 webinars, having started on 25th of March during this pandemic. This is your YouTube channel. Subscribe it, like it, share it, comment it, share your views. Tomorrow, something very interesting. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, 2 days, we are going to talk from dil se, dil tak, दिल की दूरी मिटा देंगे, दिल से दिल को मिलाइए. कल बातचीत करेंगे डिजिटल इंस्पिरेशनल लैब की. खुश रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए, प्रसन्न रहिए, अच्छे से रहिए. And tomorrow we get across and we move together and we take on the onward journey. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ भारत का टूरिज्म आगे बढ़ता रहे, भारत का पर्यटन आगे बढ़ता रहे. भारत के पर्यटन से इंडिया की इकोनॉमी में कितना बड़ा बदलाव आ सकता है, कितने रोजगार आ सकते हैं, कितने बच्चों को इकोनॉमिक मल्टीप्लायर के साथ साथ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और स्किलिंग मिल सकती है. मेडिकल टूरिज्म के ऊपर आज हमने आपके साथ ब्रीफ में बातचीत किया. कल बातचीत करते हैं डिजिटल इंस्पिरेशनल लैब की. खुश रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए, और देखिए जिंदगी तो एक ही बार मिली है. क्या पता है कब आए थे और कब जाना है. किसी ने हैप्पी बर्थडे बता दिया, हमने मना लिया, और ऊपर वाले ने सीक्रेट अपने पास रखा है. तो